And you do know that.
Welcome back. This is Mad Lately. I'm Rosecransvic.
Yep.
Joining me is Gina Views.
Woo woo!
Yeah.
Finances as Gina Views, the professor herself.
As well as Gabe C.
Yep. Gabe C. Hammer, live in the flesh. We
Not
here.
Gay C. Hammer.
What's good? Where does that come from? Gabe C. Hammer. Where does that come from?
From the ladies. That's what.
From the ladies.
Yeah.
All 8.5 of them?
All 8.5 of them.
But I don't get it.
What do you mean?
What?
The hammer.
Maybe it's not.
What's the hammer?
Yeah, what's
got?
the hammer? What's the hammer?
Oh, that's something that proves itself within time. So
So you swing a hammer is what you're telling me?
sometimes.
And you nail things.
Or they call me Gabe C. Hammer because ladies can't touch this.
Okay.
Well, we don't know yet. We still got to
That's what you say when you get home.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just wears really, really like baggy pants.
Yep.
Like in his crotch area, it's just super baggy for no reason.
Have
Like
y'all
hammer
seen
pants.
Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
Every time I even think of MC Hammer, I think of
Crazy Legs?
Crazy Legs. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got dreams.
Oh shit. How was your guys' weekend? How's your weekend, Gina?
Shit. I spent my whole weekend dealing with my car. Well,
shit.
no, let me not even begin with negative energy. I had a great weekend. I was on TMZ.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on
Political
TMZ.
analyst?
Yes.
Wait, how did
From
that
politics
happen?
to music.
How did that happen though?
They had my people talk to their people, and then they people talk to my people, and then I ended up on the show. That's what happened.
What are you talking about though?
Basically, they gave me like a list of topics of what, had recently happened. One of the topics was Vivica Fox discussing Biden, acting presidential or whatever. And they just asked me how I felt about it. Told them how I felt. And we got a new president.
Facts.
Yeah, we got a new
Facts.
president. We got a black vice president, and she's a female.
Here we go.
Okay.
So, yeah. I also went on Geechee Gotti's. Y'all know Geechee Gotti is a really big in the battle rap world.
Oh yeah.
He has a podcast. I went on his show.
Fire.
And then I woke up and my car was towed
Wow.
from my apartment building because I parked in future residence. And then
Wait, why'd you
Oh,
park
shit.
there?
Because-
Don't you have your own parking spot?
I do.
You had a guest?
I might have had a
You had a
DA
guess?
or I might not have had a DA.
So you had a guest spend the night, and then you woke up, and your car was gone because you let him park in your spot.
I mean, look, I'll park in guest parking and let you park in my stall if you want me to.
Wow.
But
Wow.
anyway,
You rolled out the red carpet. Wow, I hope it was worth it. That was like a $300 dick appointment.
it was $264 and it was an $8 Uber. I'm not saying I'm like wanting to, be reimbursed or anything.
Yeah,
but,
did you
know.
like send a Cash App request?
No, I didn't.
Damn.
I didn't.
Wow.
I could wait for the next appointment. This is all jokes, though. Like, it wasn't nobody at my house.
Comedy
but
style.
Yeah.
But your car really got towed?
No, my car really got towed. I went down to the leasing office and went up on them.
Wow.
And they're like, we told you guys not to park there after a certain amount of time. And I'm like, oh, you did, but so fucking what? I have a permit. Y'all couldn't come knock on my door? Oh, well, we don't know who car belongs to who. So I'm like, well, what the fuck did y'all ask me for my license plate number for? But yeah, they told my shit. I ended up going to get it or whatever. And then my registration was due the following day. And this whole, you get your registration like 3 months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at it until the due date. Come to find out, I can't even I can't do it online. I can only mail in my payment. And then I had to go get a smog. I don't know shit about a fucking smog. Like, that's the type of shit that the nigga...
You should have called your dick appointment.
Said help.
Yeah, hey, I need a smog check. After you change
need
my
an
oil,
update.
I need the smog check.
I need to figure out this recall. I need to get this smog check.
Dude,
I need
and
all
yeah,
that shit.
that was the other thing, the freaking recall.
Yep.
So they've been calling me and sending me notices in the mail saying that it was a recall on my car. But I didn't, just for whatever reason, I just didn't think that was important. I'm like, this motherfucker's still moving. So I don't need it. But now it's on my registration that I have to send them a correction certificate of the recall and proof that I got a smog. And
That
I still
sounds
ain't
like a
paid it.
lot.
It's late.
Wow.
It's late. But I mean, I got like a month or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that was my weekend. And being an adult just really has me mad lately.
Yeah, like
It just fucking pisses me off. Auto payment is ghetto as fuck. My phone bill is due on the 2nd, but for whatever reason, T-Mobile takes the payment out on the 29th every fucking month automatically. What if I wasn't ready to pay it yet? You know, what if I wanted to be late? But then they reduce your bill if it's on an auto payment.
It's only like $5 though.
Yeah. But fuck
But
y'all.
it's like one overdraft fee, and that's like your discount for the year. Like,
the overdraft fee be like $30
that's
per
what
day.
I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, that's trash.
Yeah. One day, I was like, I had an overdraft, like kept having an overdraft because I got a bunch of auto payments, and they cleaned my savings out.
Wow.
To where, because I was not checking my account at all, but it like literally cleaned my savings out because it was like multiple auto payments that I had lined up back to back.
Oh, you got it over here. Okay, let me check
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Adulting is ghetto. Yep. So I had to call him and tell him it was fraud and all kind of shit. I ended up I got the dough back.
It was fraud, but wait a minute.
It was fucking fraud.
Did you just admit to bank fraud?
Well, Gabe, how was your weekend?
It was good, but auto pay is fucking dedication for real, man. And real shit.
That's another level of adulting.
That's another fucking level.
Yeah.
To be ready.
I don't
be
care
ready
how
for
rich
those
I am.
hits.
I'm never paying my phone bill on time. Ever.
Bro, even if I got it, I'm paying it the day of.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I guess I got you.
If that
My weekend was wild. It was wild.
Please
you was out
elaborate.
hammering bitches?
Nah, I was a hammering bitches this weekend.
You added. Are you at 9.5 now?
Nah, not
okay.
at all. Still there. So
better
we
be.
did a lot of celebrating this weekend. I DJ'd this big ass mansion party to celebrate the win. It was in Beverly Hills.
What? Who's win or what? What are we talking about?
Oh, for Biden's win.
Oh,
Biden's
okay.
and Kamala Harris.
It was a
victory party.
A Democratic victory party.
Yes.
Wow.
They had masks on?
You.
Why didn't you invite our political analysis, Gina Views over here?
Right.
Well, because they called me an hour before it started.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were like, we need you here now.
They say that about the Democratic Party, that they're late to
That
shit.
they're late to
Yeah,
shit?
that's facts. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. And it was a big party. I was on the second floor playing for the first floor. It was very, very wild. I was turning up. And there was this one lady, right? She was probably like anywhere from 200 to 225, maybe 250 pounds. I think she was like black or Samoan. It was very dark, so I didn't really
Wait,
get
lady,
to,
so was she older? Or like how old was
maybe
she?
she was like in her 30s, late 20s maybe, or mid 20s.
How was she dressed?
And she was dressed
I'm picturing like a football linebacker.
like a heavy set.
Like I'm picturing Troy Polamalu without his helmet on. Like
Yeah,
that's what you just described to me.
So she came up to me and she was like, "You gonna play Fuck Donald Trump tonight, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just played it like 30 minutes. You probably just walked in." And then he was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna need to hear that shit." And I was like, "All right, I'm in my zone right now. You see people fucking dancing. I'm in my groove." And then she was like, "Okay." And she came back 5 minutes later. She was like, "Why the fuck aren't you playing my song? This is a fucking party for this shit right here." And I was like, "Why are you getting so mad?" And then I didn't play it because I was going to play it like in 10 minutes. I was like, "All right, we're on a different type of genre right now. But when I'm done with this trap shit, I'm gonna play Fuck Donald Trump and get the party rolling again." And right before I played it, she had this big ass tantrum. She started like touching on my DJ shit, started fucking with my shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then
That's like rule number one. Like don't touch
the
a DJ
shit, man. Especially when he's trying to DJ.
Wow.
If he's there, if he's in the restroom, okay, maybe he can play the next song if I fuck up.
Wow.
But if
It
I'm
sound like she was disrespecting your gangster.
for real, and it came to the point where one of the big homies, Sherrod, had to escort her out. Like my boy had to grab her. I don't know how he grabbed her. And then
he must lift a lot of weight.
Yeah. And dragged her to the door. And when she was at the door, it's a ballin' ass house, man. She knocks and breaks the glass door. And she breaks the glass door at 3 a.m, making everybody go home. Like the owner of the house came out and was so pissed.
Holy shit.
Canceled the whole party. And it was all because of her.
It was
Boy,
because,
it was because
of
of
you.
you.
Oh, because of me?
Why didn't you play Fuck Donald Trump?
I played it already.
Why don't you play
I
it
didn't.
again?
I didn't
Fuck
play
him
it.
again.
What the
Bro.
fuck?
Well, the thing
You
about
ruined the whole party, bro.
All right.
You
But
ruined
think
the whole
about,
party.
Think about like the way I see it, a DJ sees it.
Wait. Who did you vote for?
Continue. Continue. We don't even want to hear that.
Because now I'm like, wait, why did you refuse? Why did you refuse to play "Fuck Donald Trump"?
It's not that I refuse to play it. It's when a DJ plays a song, it's like you have to give it air for the anticipation to come back. Like, oh shit, you can't keep playing back-to-back records of the same song, even if it's a
Do you
big
know
song.
how many times they play back-to-back in the club?
Okay,
Back to back.
yeah, I get it. But I'm the type that wants to build it up. Just give it like 20 minutes and I'll play it again. I get it. This is the song of the moment, but
So
just
did
give me
she ever get to hear it again?
No, she canceled the whole party.
Wow,
Yeah.
Gabe is responsible for the.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
you should have saw. You
Are you gonna have to replace
the
that
size
glass?
of her. She was about to kill the
Bro,
fuck
okay,
out of
one,
me.
I
Hold
would have
on.
You
played.
should have got your ass beat.
No.
One, okay, look, one, I would have played "Fuck Donald Trump" as many times as the people requested. Two,
Okay.
I'm listening to anything a 200-pound Samoan woman tells me to do. Okay, so you're a brave man, one,
You're absolutely
and
right.
two, you should have just played the fucking song. All this could have been avoided.
All right, I'm in the fucking wrong. All right.
I'm surprised they didn't have
But
you
the spur of the
replace
moment.
the glass.
Yeah.
I would have made you. I would have been like, "Yo,
I feel so bad.
Period.
you know what, DJ? This is all stems from your refusal to play this
Yeah.
at a Democratic party. Like, I would have charged
Mixed
you for
with
this
liquor
shit.
too. I don't think that was a good
Yeah,
mixture.
No, you know what? I feel like it became personal for you at a certain point.
Yeah.
I felt like he
Yeah.
was just like,
He was just being an asshole.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play this fucking song. She touched my DJ shit. Fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
That was
And
getting
then her like MO was like, okay, you're not gonna play it, huh?
this whole party's over.
He didn't give a fuck about making her happy
At
or
all.
anything.
No, okay.
It was for the people.
It
you know,
was.
it's
It was.
just she's just one person. You know, he could have played it for the entire crowd.
You're right.
Wow. You fucked
DJ
up.
Gabe
man.
Hammond.
You fucked up.
All right, so that's my mad lady. I'm mad at like when people get too aggressive and take that shit to the next level. That shit crazy. I couldn't even handle that. You
Yeah.
could miss me with that.
Fuck that.
How was your weekend, Vic?
It was relatively uneventful. To be honest, I watched a whole lot of. There's this new show on Vice. Mm-hmm. It's called, I don't know how. Yeah, it's like pretty new. It's called I'm a Teenage Felon, and I got hooked. Have you guys ever just been hooked on a show, and you're just like, this is all I want to do for the next day is just binge watch all this shit. So it's a show on Vice, and basically it tells the story of people who were teenage felons and like they did hella illegal shit, and it just goes into like everything. And it was just so funny. There was like a story about this drug dealer from New York named Costa Boss who ran it the fuck up. Like he was a millionaire early in his like 16, 17, went to jail for a little bit, came out, still booming. Told stories about him taking a horse and carriage from like lower Manhattan to like Brooklyn, like doing a whole bunch of wild shit. And then he got locked up. But there's always like some sort of like moral thing at the end to where it turned into a positive. So he went in for like 8 years, and I think he was like on the verge of being like 300 pounds. And then he decided to start working out while he was in jail. And from there, he got a routine. He lost hella weight, came out, and he wanted to start a fitness plan, like a boot camp type shit. Moral of the story is he created this thing. It's called Con Body, and essentially what he does is a boot camp, but it's an actual like style. It looks exactly like a prison, and he makes all his clients go through the workouts he went through while he was in prison, and it's on the exact same corner that he used to sell crack on. It was a fucking trip.
So it was raining this weekend.
It was, yeah. I was
binge watch.
I was binge watching the fuck
Was
out
you
of this
booed
shit.
up?
No, I wasn't. I was with
You
my
had
son.
posted the dick giver drink
Oh, what the
on your close friends.
The 42?
Yeah,
Hey, man, I don't know how that
You don't
got there.
bring the 42
I don't know how that
on
got there.
the stage.
but it was next to some fish sticks.
Those were
42 and fish sticks.
42 and fish sticks. That's what a single dad has in his freezer. Okay, yeah, that's exactly Yeah, I had the 42.
You
It
didn't
was-
cuddle.
I didn't. We don't.
Now
we
I'm
don't,
thinking
we
you're
don't,
lying.
We
You
don't
don't
cuddle
bring
these
up-
hoes. Come on.
Y'all
Show
don't
them the
cuddle?
door. No. All right, I'm capping. I cuddle.
Gabe, I know you cuddle.
I'm a cuddler. 100%.
What did you post the
Little
other day?
spoon.
The thing
little
you said,
spoon?
yeah. Waiting for my girl to spoon.
Me waiting for my girl to make me the little spoon.
So do y'all? Okay, y'all saw the clip that went viral with Keon and MJ talking about kissing.
Yeah.
Do you guys kiss girls you have sex with, or is Gabe, you've not in this conversation?
Okay, that's fair.
Answer the question though.
All right.
Do you guys kiss girls you have sex with, or is that like off limits?
I do. I feel like that's weird if you don't. Like, if you can't even like put your lips on this girl, like you shouldn't be in that situation. Like,
You cuddle with anybody?
It's that transactional. No, I do. Yeah, I do. It's not that transactional for me personally. Like, that sounds like they're just doing a transaction. That's weird to me. Like, that's like a service. Like, that's too much. Like, there has to be a speck of romance in there somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me personally.
Like a high five after you end.
There's something like, don't call me like, thanks, bro. Like, that was a good one. Like, that's weird for me. Like, we gotta kind of fuck with each other. Like,
I be ready for a nigga to leave afterwards. Like,
yeah, there's that feeling. There's post-nut clarity.
One time I woke up and the nigga was still next to me, and it was just like I got up. And what?
Wait, you never heard?
Post-nut
You never
clarity.
heard of post-nut clarity?
No.
You
What
don't
does that
like.
mean?
You don't just like come back to your senses after you nut. That's only me. I can't be the only person,
No, I suffer from that as well.
right? You just feel different. You're like, I was tripping. Like,
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've raw dog before, and afterwards be like, "What the fuck was I thinking?"
Right? It's like you come back to your senses.
Snap back up to
Yeah,
reality.
yeah.
Like PS5.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes Rabbit.
But see, I ain't never done nothing like encountered a guy and like, you know, did anything with him that he'd make me want to be like, oh, let me go get you a motherfucking PS5. Like, you know, like I don't think I ever had nothing.
It's because
that
it's
good.
after the nut. It's post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
But if he asked you during, you might have said yes.
No, because I had somebody say, whose blank is it? And I'd be like,
What? What'd you say? It's mine.
I'd be like,
Jesus.
Hit him with the.
when a nigga asks you what pussy is, you gotta moan over it, huh? I didn't hear you. Hey, y'all stupid.
Wait, but you know what I just thought about? You said you never did anything that made you want to buy somebody a PS5.
Uh-huh.
But the price of a PS5 is dangerously close to getting your car towed. So just know that you could have spoiled somebody's son and you got your car towed instead.
And it's coming out next week too.
Because I didn't
yeah.
read.
Yeah,
huh?
a lot of
Because you
time.
didn't read. Like, how much more is it? Like, he
Yeah.
would have been happy. He'd been in a good mood for a few weeks.
I'm not even dealing with nobody at the moment right now that make me even want to buy him nothing.
You could have bought it and kept it at your house.
Yeah, I'm so single that it's not even like when this come out, it's not nobody that's gonna see this and be mad. Like that's how single I am.
Somebody
Finances ass.
Somebody is like watching this, just being like, "Really, Gina? I thought we was something. You got your car towed for me and everything. Damn, you just broke somebody's heart right
Hey, boy, fuck you.
now." Man, this was a really. I mean, I think also like the reason I was just like on the couch this whole weekend was so much was fucking going on this whole week. Like,
It was easy to just sit on your phone and scroll your timeline.
exactly. You know, obviously Draco got out. You know, the unfortunate passing of King Von. You know, I know we brought him up last week briefly because I was excited about his project. Did you guys like fuck with his music?
I literally heard about King Von when you brought him up, probably a little bit before that in Clubhouse. And then I saw a video of him and Tusi like playing with each other on live. They was like going live with each other on Instagram. But other than that, like I've like seen like his clips on Genius and all of that, but I didn't even get a chance to get into his music. And what's so crazy is that's the same thing that happened with Pop Smoke. Like I heard more about the person than I heard about their music, and I didn't not get a chance to tap into them until they passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of? Like, have you listened to his music since then? Or?
Yeah, it's really good. What I would say though, some of the lyrics that I found, and I think it's crazy how we keep seeing this happen, is that they kind of speak it into existence, speak what's happening into existence, and it's really becoming to a point where I feel like we're losing future legends way too early. And I kind of feel like, in a sense, God uses them as vessels to speak through their music, because maybe they rap about things like that because they know that it could be coming, or, you know, death could be upon, it could be near or whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe God is using them as vessels to speak through their music to us so that we can know to move, you know, differently or anything like that.
So
but
you really feel that way? Like you are you the type of person that like won't mention death, or you really are superstitious that like if an artist keeps referring to death in their music that they're going to meet their demise eventually?
I definitely feel like your mouth makes your world. Definitely, and whatever you speak into the earth is going to come back to you. It's just, I feel like that's just the way things work. But that could be just because the way I was raised. Because I remember growing up and my parents always saying like every role that Tupac played in the movie he died in, with the exception I don't think he died in gang related, but like every role, you know, he ended up eventually he died. Like so I've always felt like that was something that, you know, was true. So I've always just tried to speak positive things into the world. And so I lost in 2014, 2015, 2016. I lost 3 people. My sister, my big sister, her name is Candace, my homeboy KP, and Sean Mack. And I had dreams about each of their deaths before it happened.
Wow.
So it was to the point where like I wouldn't even tell them like, hey, I had a dream about, you know, because I didn't want to like, you know, scare nobody.
Of course.
So, but that was my thing, to where maybe God was talking to me saying, you need to tell them, you know, what's going on. But I didn't want to say it out loud. And then it happened, you know? So I for sure believe that. And whatever you speak into the universe, like that's why I know somebody's going to finance this ass.
That is.
I will drive an X6 Beamer. I will own a home in Beverly Hills.
Say that. Say that.
Yeah.
No, but like on a serious note, like it's really, I definitely think that shit is for real when that happens.
Well,
and like
real shit.
What about you, Gabe?
Yeah.
I think words are powerful, and that's exactly it. Like just the energy that you give off, even with like, you know, Pop Smoke. The only picture I have with him, he's holding the gun in this picture. You know what I mean? And that's like something that he was always doing. And so it's like it's tough when we have to go through these situations. You know, bless his soul. But it's like, and the only thing you have to remember him is like
how long
he
before
had that energy.
How long before Pop Smoke died did you like meet him?
We had 5 months in Power 106. We did the LA Leaker freestyle, and that's when I first met him. And that's when, you know, and then the day that Pop Smoke passed away, that same day he was supposed to go to Power for a mixer meeting. So we are all prepping to meet him, and he was gonna break his records with us.
That's
and
crazy.
It was just tough that we saw that, and you know, everything around it was just like that energy is tough to hold, because you carry it with you wherever you're going. Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, I don't know if I believe 100% that it's like just because you said it's gonna happen, but I'm also superstitious enough to not say shit like that and be very careful of what I say. Because like you said, it's like, you know, there is a certain thing that I believe in is like manifestation, and it can go either way. You know, you can say it for the positive or you can say it for the negative. This particular circumstance though, after I was watching Academics, he interviewed King Von's manager, and he gave a lot more insight into what the actual situation was. And it seemed like such a fluke at this point, because they explained that they didn't know each other was going to be there. I'm talking about King Von and the murderer, basically, or the alleged, you know, murderer. And there was like a situation with Von and Quando Rondo, and they didn't like each other, but they didn't know that each other was going to be there. So they literally, he said, they bumped into each other. As soon as they seen each other, apparently King Von started, you know, hitting them and shit. And then immediately the guy opened fire, or like his homie opened fire on him when he seen him getting beat up. So it was like, what he kept talking about, he's like, his manager was like, bro, this was 2 seconds. This all happened. Everything changed in 2 seconds. Then after, the security was outside. They were undercover police. You know, a lot of undercover police take jobs as like security in their off time. They started seeing bullets flying. They immediately started shooting, and then they killed 2 of King Von's homies. So King Von wasn't killed by the police or anything like that. They do have a guy in custody, and they charged him with murder already. And, you know, as people can see from like the video and stuff, it was very quick how it happened and everything. I don't know. It seemed like such a fluke. Like, you know, he wasn't even in his hometown. A lot of people unfortunately pass in their hometown, stuff like that. It just seems like one of those fluke situations, almost like a car accident, where you're just like, how the fuck did that even happen?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's super sad. I'm so tired of seeing extremely talented artists pass too soon. You know, you name Pop Smoke. Obviously, we had Nip. We've had, you know, Lil Peep, XXXTentacion. These are all, I think, generational talents that were taken away seemingly far too soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, from our point of view, you know what I mean? I think, you know, everybody has their own plans and stuff. But yeah, no, that shit was crazy.
I don't like when videos like that hit the internet and all the Twitter lawyers, investigators trying to tell you what happened, especially when it's people that's not from the area. Like, for example, in this video, the timeline just pissed me off because people have so many conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we from LA, we in the city, we know shit like that happens.
Yeah.
Like, it's not no damn, the police had us, the white man in the video was getting out the car and then he walked and handed the gun. Like, that's not, you know, reality to me. But I hate when videos hit the timeline and it's just so, they have me analyzing and looking at shit like, well, damn, I didn't see that and maybe that did happen. Yeah. But that's probably why they come out and have to, you know, clear shit up like you said he did with academics.
Yeah. It was such a up and down week. Like, that happened, you know, obviously later towards like the weekend. But earlier in the week, you know, we got a new president.
Yes.
President-elect Joe Biden.
Yep.
Yes.
That's super fire. Obviously, Kamala Harris, vice president.
A black woman.
Yeah. Did you guys go vote? Can you like describe your experience of like?
I mailed mine in.
You mailed yours in, so you just went to a ballot and dropped it off.
Yep.
What about you, Gabe?
I went to the hall, Carson City Hall, and did it with the whole city. It was cool.
Y'all got stickers and shit. I didn't get that.
I got the most fire sticker. I was so glad. So I woke up early that morning. I already had it filled out, and I was gonna mail it in, but I missed the date or whatever. So I was like, I gotta go drop this bitch off. So I hit up the homie Duno. He lives like up the street from me. And then I was like, yo, let's go to like this spot in Hollywood. And then he's like, no, let's go to Dodger Stadium. I'm like, oh shit, we go to Dodger Stadium? Fire. So I pick him up. We head up there. And it was like a super dope experience. I would recommend, you know, all these like stadiums to open up because it makes voting a little more fun. It gives it more of an experience. Like you said, you went to City Hall. I've been to a place like that before. Very like weird environment. It feels like church.
It does.
It's like
it's very professional too.
Very
it's
professional. Like, you know, nobody's too friendly. You see people you see like around your neighborhood, and you're just like, wonder who this motherfucker is voting for. You know, like you just start looking at him like, you got a red hat on. Like, what does that say? Like,
I saw the Ram Stadium was open for voting.
Ram Stadium was open. Staples Center was open. I thought that was so dope. Also, you know, us like people like we're stupid. Like we want these stupid little stickers. You know, I got a Dodger sticker says I voted. That's like a collector's item. Who knows? Like if they're ever gonna do that again. I saw people walking out with like going to Staples Center getting Laker stickers, Laker masks. After I saw that, I was like, fuck, I should have went and voted again. Like I need the fucking Laker mask. Like, goddamn it.
Put a mustache on.
Yeah, on God. Yeah. So yeah, that was obviously like a highlight. You know, I think whatever we all found out on Saturday, right?
Yeah, the 12th.
Or was it Sunday morning?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's today? The 9th? I'm talking about the 12th. 12th ain't even. The fuck is today?
Yeah.
What was so funny to me about everything was how Trump had tweeted that he won way before
Oh yeah.
it was even, you know, and he was just 100. He was so loud and just 100% wrong. That was funny.
Stop the vote. Like, what do you say? Stop counting the votes and then count the votes. Like, make up your fucking mind.
He wanted them to stop counting votes where he was winning at, and then recount where he was losing at. Like, dude.
Yeah.
You know, do y'all click on his tweets when he tweets? Do y'all see at the bottom it always says this is fraud?
Yeah. Fucking warning label now. That's just dope. Other great news that we got is Draco's release.
Finally.
Yes.
So
fucking
the crazy part is I was going to have Jeff Weiss call in today because his trial was supposed to start today. I was going to have Jeff call in and like tell us, you know, an update about what's going on because it's a super complicated matter. Every time I talk to him about the case, he would just be like, it's super complicated. I would have to call you over the phone and tell you it's not something you could just text out and stuff like that. So I was going to have him call in and explain, but then little do we know, as soon as Jackie Lacey loses to Gascon in office, then they offer him a plea deal and he gets out like the same day. And the fucking LA Twitter just blew the fuck up. Like
Crazy.
It was so unreal. I'm like, no way Draco's gonna get released.
Yeah.
This is something I really I'm really close with Jeff. We're always talking. I would always try to see if there's like any type of hope. Like, so what do you think? Maybe 2021, 2022? He'd be like, probably 2024. Shit like that. He would tell me, like,
looking good.
He would literally tell me,
Yeah.
and I would just be like, damn, he knows better than anybody. He's in there in the courtroom every day. And they really had it out for him. And I went to one of his court dates, and they treat people going to see the shit like shit. I went in there.
Like you committed a crime.
Yeah, exactly. I went in there, and they were like, I was like, oh, I'm here to see, Daryl Caldwell. And then they were like, oh, you can't have your phone on you. And I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. And then so I went back down to take it down to my car, and I was like, fuck, that's just far. I was like, I'll just put it like in my back pocket, but I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play with that. I come back, and they're like, you brought your phone? And I was just like, oh, yeah, what? It's turned off, though. Like, don't even trip. They're like, no, you have to go back downstairs.
Fuck.
They were giving me like a hard-ass time. I'm like, bro, I didn't do shit.
Right.
Like, And being in there, just seeing the energy that the district attorney like had towards him, like they just had it so out for him, and he was really a marked man. They were playing all these things, trying to say that the Stink Team was a gang. I witnessed it all firsthand. I was just like, this is fucking insane how much they want to get him. And obviously that trial that I went to, he beat it, except for like one case that they found him guilty of. And they were gonna retry him, pretty much the same case, but worded differently, through a loophole. And they were gonna pretty much try to retry him. And I guess they knew that Gascon wasn't gonna fuck with it, and they were just like, you know what, fuck it, let's offer him plea deal, time served, and he got out. I did hear that he is on some very strict probation, so he can't fuck up. Like, he really has to be on his best behavior. So we're all obviously hoping for that. But it's just such a trip. Another November, and he gets out. Like, he got out in November, 2 years ago, and he's been locked up since. They took him in January. But where were you when you found out the news?
I was laying in my bed. I was supposed to be on the clock, but I was laying in my bed, and remember we was talking about it, and we was like, oh, we think he's coming home. And then it was like, oh no, he's standing outside in front of a yogurt land. Yeah. He's fucking out. Like, it's real.
10 toes down.
Hell yeah. But I'm just excited just to see, like, what are we about to get from Draco, Yeah. Like, he released that project from jail with Jug. Yeah. And now it's just like, at this point, what I would really like to see is for Mustard to do what he was supposed to do 5 years ago with Draco. And if we can even see him and RJ, he made that, RJ posted Draco's video today or whatever.
That was
show him some love.
That was dope.
Yeah.
So I would even like to see if we can get them, on the same track. But even more so, I feel like Draco went to jail right before, maybe like a year or so before Roddy blew up. I would like for Mustard and Draco to work together, because I feel like Draco should be at that level as well. Yeah. Just as far as all the work he put in, all the he did time served inside, but he did time served outside as well.
Facts.
He put out a lot of freaking music. We literally saw him, with me for sure, I saw him come from the bottom all the way to
speak about that. I feel like people don't know you actually went to high school with him.
So
middle school too,
me
right?
and Draco went to middle school and high school together.
Wow.
And what I would say in middle school, what's so funny now is that the people who are fans of Draco now are probably those people that we grew up with that used to fucking bully him. Like, and not bully to the extent where they like, on some like physical type shit, but just as far as like picking on him and clowning him and stuff like that. And I think they turned him into that monster that he is today.
The bully breaker.
Shit.
Yeah.
He always talks about this bully breaker, this FN rip through vest. Like,
hell yeah.
Shit like
they
that.
turned I would say definitely for sure the people we went to school with turned him into the monster. How he cocky and flexing on niggas and doing all of that. It's like, hi bitch, look at me now. Like, and like I said,
he does carry that sore winner attitude. Where he said, if I win, I'm taking the scoreboard with me.
Talking shit.
Those same people is fans now. Like, I saw that shit like in front of me for, in front of my own eyes or whatever. So just to see him reach this level and where he is, I don't even want him to work with any more up and coming artists. And that's no shit on, anybody moving and putting in work. outside of Bino and Blue Bucks, I do want to get a collab from them eventually, but I want to see what he can do with 21 Savage, Nicki Minaj, Roddy Ricch, fucking
like
NBA YoungBoy, you know, people on that level. I want to see what he can do with them and producers at a higher level as well.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be kind of hard because, you know, as we see, and if we know Draco to the extent that we do, he's pretty antisocial. He doesn't really like to fuck with new people. But where were you when you heard the news?
I just woke up and I was at the crib, and I could definitely feel the energy shift, especially in LA hip hop culture. It was just like everything was kind of like you kind of like feel like a weight kind of goes off your shoulders, because it's like you feel so bad and you want to do so much, but it's like, dang, finally, it's like it's here. He's fucking here.
Yeah. It's because it feels like we had a generation almost stripped from us.
Yeah.
Yes.
With him and Greedo getting locked up the minute they started getting shit cracking for LA. And I can't tell you how frustrating it was for me to be covering them, booking them for shows, being excited, telling everybody like, yo, these guys are next. They're blowing up. Obviously, I knew Greedo had a case hanging over his head. But as soon as Draco came out, Greedo was out. The energy in LA was unmatched. Like, it's never been matched before. They were in the studio every single night. Everybody wanted to be there. Everybody couldn't wait for the next song. They were beefing with people, going on live. They just didn't stop. It like they both have this like unstoppable energy. You seen as soon as Draco got out, he might have made a pit stop at Yogurtland. I don't know. Who knows? he might have been craving that.
It's the first thing you want to
But
get.
right after that,
Plain tart.
Straight to the studio.
went straight to the studio. Like, as somebody who, you know, can just imagine, like, put yourself in his shoes. Like, I would go straight to, you know, hang out with my family. I mean, I know his like aunt picked him up and stuff. I don't know his relationship with his family, but you know, you got to think like, man, I want to see my family. It's been a minute, but I think he's just so dedicated and was so antsy to like get back in the studio. Fuck it, we're going right now.
That's star power.
That's
like,
star power.
He knows that the streets was hungry for him.
Exactly.
He knew that we needed something, and I find that remarkable. You just going straight to the studio and putting in some work so you can give us some songs. And I don't know who pulled up or anything. I saw Jug was there because Jug was live from there. But like, he knew that we needed that, and that's a dedication to your fans. That
Facts.
you, like you said, you might want to go straight to your family. If I'm Draco, my family pulling up to the studio.
Yeah,
and that's just facts.
That's probably
you know?
what happened.
That's probably what happened. Yeah.
No, definitely. What you guys think of Fights Don't Matter? It's just like, essentially, it's like his first new song, new video, essentially serving as his first day out song. What you think of it, Gina?
It's not what I expected. The song is good. It just wasn't a first day out song to me.
Yeah.
That's not.
What do you mean?
what
You were
I
expecting them to talk about like everything that was happening?
I expected Draco to address every motherfucker on the timeline that was doubting him and doubting his star power, just like he said. I was calling y'all 2 days ago. I was just calling y'all 2 days ago. Now everybody's on my line. Now everybody's posting him and, you know, so excited.
Yeah.
So I expected him to address that, you know, on that level. But like I said, the song is good or whatever, but I just thought that it was going to be on some like, you know, some like guerrilla shit. Like, you feel me? I thought it was going to be on something like that. But
What you think of the video?
I think the video looks good. It's a Draco video. Most definitely.
He didn't go like out of his element and go into like a studio and be like, all right, we need dancers, we need choreography.
Exactly.
It was like,
he stayed true to him.
He stayed true to him.
For
He
sure.
stuck to where he left off.
He got his niggas in the video. I was so happy to see
him surrounded by the Stink team.
Because some of the people in the videos also people I went to school with.
Yeah.
So I remember all of them coming up together and jerking and shit and wearing, you know, all the bright colored pants and stuff like that. So that was dope to me to see like, okay, y'all still rocking with each other.
Yeah.
He came home and y'all still rocking with him, you know. So that was dope to me to see that as well.
What you think of it, Gabe?
I thought it was hard. I thought it was a perfect record, man. He came out. I like the fact that he didn't address it though, because to me it's like his perspective is like, we off that. We moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you what I got. I'm not gonna like go to the past about it. But
No,
I'm
niggas
like,
gonna be addressed.
no, they gonna get addressed.
If I know
in other ways.
Draco's
sure.
gonna at some
Yeah.
point he gonna address somebody. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But the fact that you just left that in the past and we're just like, all right, I'm just give you some Draco shit.
Yeah. Well, he posted a snippet that he was kind of addressing the situation. He said, you know, what did he say? Says something about like, I beat the trial. 12.
Yes, that's what I thought was
12
coming
jurors,
out.
not guilty, beat it.
That's what I thought was coming out. I feel like Jud played that on his live.
Yeah, we got a video of it, and I thought that was gonna be the song that was gonna come out first, and it was really addressing the situation, and I thought it was hard as fuck. I was like, yo, this shit hard. Yeah, Jug did produce it, but he chose to put out Fights Don't Matter first, which I liked it. The Paisa dancing bar, immaculate. He said, the plug told me it was 17 apiece. I started Paisa dancing. Then he started Paisa dancing in the video. I was like, that's hard. That might end the race war and going on in LA with the eloteros and shit. Like, that shit was fire. Like, I fucked with that. Also, what I really loved and paid attention to was the fact that he's still like talking about shooting people, still talking about killing people. Not that I like that, but he was being literally tried for his lyrics. Yeah. Word for word, they were pulling up his lyrics in court and saying, this is, you know, what he raps about. This is true. This is the kind of person he is. And it really, as an artist, like, you got to think that if you almost lost your life to prison for the stuff you rap about, and you beat it finally after, you know, 2-3 years of legal battles, you come out and you a big fuck you to everybody that was trying to persecute you for the same lyrics as you're rapping about the same shit. I like that energy. Like, you guys aren't gonna stop me, stop my artistic vision. This is what I like to rap about. I'm not gonna come out and start rapping about going to Yogurt Land and shit.
And dumb it down.
He's about to be a gospel artist.
Politically correct.
Yeah, he just stayed on the same type shit. It really is Draco in 2020. And it's dope. And I don't think he's missed a beat as far as, you know, he's just as sharp. He was writing the whole time he was in there. And I'm excited. What I do want to hear, though, I do want GTA re-recorded.
Yes. Yeah.
I need that.
I need it re-recorded.
CDQ without the... thank you for GTL drops and like the phone shit. I really need that full version of the song. Like, I need to be able to play it in the car. And I mean, they did a good job of making it sound as good as it could, but I need like the real CDQ version.
I need it more appealing.
Exactly. Because they could probably push that shit like to really be a single, shoot the video for that. I know they shot the video, which is like it was a Grand Theft Auto style, you know, animation video, but now he's out.
That was great.
Yeah, it was fire, but I want to just see it kind of like reprise or maybe add somebody to it now to where it's a remix.
And that's a song I can hear in the club. You just gotta get that CDQ and I hear that shit bumping.
Yeah, no, definitely
crazy.
So yeah, Gina brought up this point earlier. Like, do you think Draco and Mustard will ever get back in the studio?
I think they have to. I think they owe us.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a glimpse of what it's like to see Mustard and Draco working together. I want to say, I can't think of the name of the project, but the artwork is black.
Oh, I'm Mr. Mosley.
I believe Mustard
Part 1,
produced that, right?
Yeah.
As well as the Mr. Godot track. Like, I just feel like they fucking owe that to us. They owe that to the streets to do something together. Despite the politics and whatever went on, what happened, I'm not sure exactly what, you know, went on behind closed doors. We saw what happened on the surface, but I think that all of that shit needs to be in the past, and they owe us to put out something.
Do you actually think it'll happen though? Like,
yeah. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. What about you, Gabe? You think it's gonna happen?
Yeah. If like what their issue is internally isn't that serious that they can fix it with communication and the conversation, then yeah, man, the world's been waiting for that for sure.
Yeah. If it stemmed from RJ, the RJ situation, and we're seeing that RJ and Draco are cool now, it's pretty much squashed, then I definitely think they should do something. I feel like if they would have continued their relationship and whatever happened didn't happen, then Draco would have been out of here fucking with Mustard.
Facts. I would love for it to happen, but I personally don't think it's going to happen.
No? Why?
I don't think so. But the thing is, I was in a clubhouse room with Mustard.
That's what I was about to say, but I didn't know
So I was in a clubhouse room with Mustard, and he was talking. They were like, people were posing questions of like, oh, who in LA is next and stuff like that. And he chimed in and was just like, Draco and them just got out. And he's like, I know they about to go crazy. And I was like, oh, he kind of spoke about him in a positive light.
That's what makes me feel like he's interested in working.
But you got to think of okay, where are they at in their careers, right? Mustard is like pop level. You know, he's did shit with LMA. When was the last time he really did like a real street record? I feel like he's kind of transitioned out of that space. He's trying to get more and more #1 Billboard
Trying to be
hits.
global.
I feel
Trying to
like
be
he can still
global.
go back to
Trying to be
his
global.
roots though.
He can.
How
but
long ago was
what's
that?
his
that
incentive?
that he dropped that album with One Take on the Intro? How long ago was that?
That was 2019.
29. Yeah.
So last year.
Last summer.
Yeah. But that was a club record.
Why can't Draco and Mustard make a club record?
I would like to hear them try. I don't know if Draco's classified as like club music.
No, but like a song like Mr. Get Dope could
That's
be
a
like
club
a good.
song.
Yeah.
It's
a
regular.
That's my
Yeah.
that's my national anthem.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's regular is a club song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they
Yeah.
can definitely do it, and I feel like Mustard has the ability to work around the artist and put them into a different realm and make them
Give
do.
them-
If
yeah.
we need a club song, he gonna make them do
Yeah,
a
Go
club
low,
I
song.
don't have
Go low,
any
right.
any
Yeah.
doubts of like their abilities at all to come together and make like a smash record. I just think it's the point that they're at, and then also, I don't think Draco fucks with Mustard from what it seems like. There was a article on the LA Times, and there was like mention of, you know, how Mustard kind of jump started Draco's career. And then he mentioned in the caption, like, Mustard didn't do shit for me, like something to that effect. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
This was years ago, obviously. But I think, you know, the way Draco is, like, again, antisocial, like, he doesn't feel like he needs Mustard. He doesn't, really. So I feel like unless Mustard is the one extending the hand, it's never going to be Draco.
Yeah, I
to
feel that.
be, yo, let's get in the studio. I could never see a scenario where Draco hits up Mustard and is like, let's get back
Let's
to
work.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
It will probably just have to be genuine. If it's a situation where maybe a bunch of different people are in the studio and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but it won't like just like you said.
But also, like, the way Mustard is, like, I'm sure he's a star, so he's not gonna be pulling into random sessions.
Yeah.
Like you see LA producers now, like they're just like, oh shit, Drake at the studio, okay, I'm gonna pull up. It's not like that. It would have to be like something very private.
no, I
and-
mean we just seen. I mean I don't know what the
I just think
situation
logistically, I just kind of don't see it. I would love to see it.
was. Yeah.
I think there's too many variables and
Yeah.
you know shit like that. So
Well, do something, y'all, please.
We're optimistic.
yeah,
Hey, Trump was the president. Anything could happen. Okay.
on God,
Real shit.
fuck
Anything
Donald
is
Trump.
happening. Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump went #1
We just saw.
on iTunes.
We saw a protest anthem turn into an election anthem. I think that's fucking remarkable.
Facts.
And I really want to know. I would like for YG to let us know how he feels about that, because I don't think that they expected that song to go from, what was that, 2016?
2016.
I don't think in 2016 that they knew that in 2020 that they was going to be playing that at a freaking a rally.
It's a rally cry. It's like literally people will acapella it, and it's so easy to say it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They even played it on CNN. Like I don't know if you guys saw that clip, where they were like fading out of a scene, and then people were just like, "Fuck Donald Trump." And
They
like,
did that on purpose.
For sure they
I think
did, yeah.
CNN did that on purpose.
That was very slick of them. But I obviously, you know, I do want to hear YG's kind of point of view on that, because it is like, okay, a song I started out as being like just reckless and willing to put some shit on wax. Obviously, him and Nip, and making a stand. I felt like when he said that, it was kind of to stand in solidarity with Latinos
Yep.
when they made it, because you know YG and Nipsey have huge Latino fan bases, Mexican, American, primarily in LA on the West Coast. And when they did that, it was like some solidarity shit is what I viewed it as at the time. I was just like, oh shit, like they got our back, because at the time he was harping on Mexicans hard, you know, saying that they send us their worst, they're rapists, blah, 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 all that shit. That's what like he was running on. We got to build a wall. He didn't do none of that shit, for the record. But it was dope to see that. But now it's taken on like a whole new meaning and a whole new life. But do you think Fuck Donald Trump is more impactful or All Right by Kendrick?
I feel like Fuck Donald Trump is Malcolm X, and All Right is Martin Luther King.
Okay.
It's a little bit more reckless, and I feel like All Right is kind of like, it's a little bit more, it's saying the
Yeah.
same thing, but just from a more of a peaceful perspective.
Yeah. What do you think?
I feel that same way too. I feel like Fuck Donald Trump is very, very impactful right now, especially with all the built up hate that we have towards them. And we're gonna be all right is more of just like perseverance, like we're gonna get through this. But I feel like they almost have the same level of impact though, just different settings.
If you have to choose one though, because like,
oh shit,
if we have to go historical, right? What's gonna be played in 30 years?
Fuck Donald Trump.
You think so?
I think it is.
You think we're not going to forget about him? He's a one-term president.
We're not going to forget about him because he's not going to let us forget about him.
He's going to be dead by then. Bro's 73. Like, he's going to be way dead by then.
Yeah.
Like,
well, by that time, we're not going to be in the clubs or nothing no more. But at least for the next decade, he's going to stay on Twitter. He's going to keep popping up. He's going to keep doing what he do. Next election, we're going to hear his ass again.
You think he's going to
I don't feel like he's going to go in. No. I just mean like his presence. I think he's still going to make his presence be known.
He's going to be hating from
because I didn't know. Even I watched the what was the name of the documentary that came out about the guys who it was on Netflix, the Central Park 5.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that Donald Trump was so like prominent back then.
Yeah.
And then also it's a clip of Tupac talking about Donald Trump. Like I didn't know. Only thing I knew as an adult about Donald Trump was the Trump Towers. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that he had been around for so long. So just saying that to say that nigga gonna keep making his presence known, and we gonna keep saying fuck Donald Trump. Period.
So if you had to choose one, Gabe.
For right now, it would be fuck Donald Trump. But if you're talking about longevity and you're talking about like after we get through this and we have to face more adversity or more issues throughout the world, I feel like we're gonna be all right. It's gonna be one of those songs that stays for a long time as well. I think that's gonna be bigger, but just in a
personally I feel like
longer term,
all right is gonna be one of those songs that's gonna carry over for the next even 50 years. Like as you saw, even James Brown, The Payback was being played at some like protests and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's a powerful song. Yep. It's a song that not only gets sampled all the time, but it's just a song that makes you feel a certain way. And when I hear all right, it really does make you feel that way. We gonna be all right. Like it's a rally cry. Like it's a battle cry where anything could be going wrong. Mm-hmm. You can play that song and you can find some hope in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's also, for the most part, positive. I mean, the lyrics and stuff like that, like during the verses, like he does, say certain things, but the hook is, going over and over. And we heard him at like Black Lives Matter protests anytime. Mm-hmm. That the power of having a song like that can be a cappellaed by crowds and crowds of people. I feel like Fuck Donald Trump has that. But I feel like it's more of a seasonal thing. It's going to carry on for the next like 73 days. Mm-hmm. But once Trump is like out of here, I don't think we're going to be playing that song as much. We are going to play that to remember it, but it's kind of like Fuck the Police.
But we thought that song was done when, didn't he make YG not be able to, something where he could have restricted him from performing it and it had been like removed from platforms, something like that happened.
I don't think it was ever removed from platforms.
It was just edited.
It was some type of restriction.
Oh, there was
they just edited it.
There was a slight edit to it or something like that.
So because back then I felt like we gonna hear about it and that's it. But I think like you said, we gonna be all right. That one can be played in multiple occasions, not just with what we're talking about now. Yeah. But the best thing about it is these are two Compton artists.
Facts.
That we talking about, Kendrick and YG. So I think that's fucking phenomenal.
And if you think about it, these are like, okay, try to think of a New York artist or an Atlanta artist that has a song that's been this impactful politically in the past 10, 20 years. I can't think of not even one. Mm-hmm. And even if we go back further, Fuck the Police.
Compton too.
Exactly. So it's like, So like, I love that LA is willing to like, LA artists are willing to say this shit on wax and really say with their chest out. Mm-hmm. And it shows that these are generational songs that carry over. And it seems like, I could be wrong, but I don't know of any like New York songs or Atlanta songs.
The only song I could think of is The Bigger Picture, but Lil Baby, but he just dropped it. Like literally.
Yeah. But also people can't chant that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's something to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Walks maybe a little by Kanye. I don't know.
It's some more songs. I just can't think of them like right off the top of my head,
Yeah.
but I know it's something else.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that in 20 years people are chanting Dio Dio, you know what I mean? Like, because that is also another one of my national anthems. But yeah, we'll see. Shit. So a bunch of new music dropped as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys hear this Nana and Reason record?
Yep.
LA
Yep.
Times.
That's my pick of the week as well.
Okay, what did you think of it?
That shit is hard. Nana, man, I don't know why I haven't like stumbled upon him before. The homie Ben put me on him like last week, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker could spit. And he's from the city?
Yeah, he's I believe he's from Inglewood.
Inglewood?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he hopped on a song with Reason,
Yep.
Got Reason. They're kind of similar artists, I guess you could say.
They're really good storytellers.
Storytellers.
Like, the way that they flow is very, very similar.
I feel like Nana needed the Reason cosign
Yep.
as a play to like, if you like Reason, you'll love Nana. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of like an advertisement thing, and I respect it because I get it. The artists have to find their fan base, and cross promote and stuff like that. So I think it was a smart move. But what did you think?
I think
Gina?
it was cool just to hear him because we can see that real rap still exists, which is the same way I feel about Reason.
Yeah.
Is that it doesn't have to be catchy or how the new music sounds.
Yep.
So I'm happy to see that yes, real rap still exists.
Yeah.
The song though, the LA Times song, that was what he's talking about, and as well as what's going on in the video, that's the reality of Los Angeles.
LA
That's
shit.
some
Yeah.
shit
For real.
that either somebody
Yeah.
has experienced that.
Well, for
at
people
some
who haven't
point.
heard it, like, what are they speaking about?
He's talking about gang affiliation. He's talking about, and Reason verse in particular is talking about getting put on. They even mentioned they have different LA references in the song that if you're from LA, you know what they're referring to. And which is funny to me though, because Reason has a song just like that called Thirst. And in his song, he's talking about the different elements of being inside of a party. It's the females dancing, it's the neighborhood niggas that done walked in, somebody starts shooting, you trying to get somebody number, your homies is on some females, whatever. So they both have those references in their songs, and this is over like a long time span. I'm really interested to interested to know how that song came about as far as him getting Reason on there, like who heard it and said Reason is perfect for this, or were they in the studio together,
Yeah.
But I would like to know how that happened, how that came about.
I mean, I think it's interesting that like you played both songs before, and they do sound very similar. Mm-hmm. So I can see where it's like, oh, if I don't get Reason on this, people might try to bash me and be like,
I didn't think about that.
This is, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, okay, so we'll go back to like Draco and OGZ. Remember when OGZ came out, people were like, oh, he sounds like Draco. He has a Draco flow. But the minute they collabed, all that went away. Because now it's like, oh, but he has a Draco cosign, so it must be cool.
Yeah.
Right? Even back to like Petty and Draco, people say like, oh, Petty sounds like Draco. But they have songs together. They're seemingly homies.
Yeah.
So all that like clone shit gets like thrown out the window, similar to like Young Thug. And whenever there's an artist that sounds like Young Thug, he just signs them to YSL. And he's just like, yeah, like it's a smart move in a way, like because if you're gonna have clones of yourself, might as well be making 10-20%. You feel me? Like, I don't know, but I think that was a smart move by Nana to get him, and the record is fire.
The record
LA
is
Time-
fire.
LA
The
Times
video is great too.
Yeah.
So you feel like he got Reason on the song just because it was just the best move to go.
Yeah.
But the fact that he performed as well
Yeah.
is an
Of
indicator.
course.
Like,
well,
oh,
yeah,
shit,
none of
I'm
them
here.
are gonna like back off. Like it's one of those things of, I mean, you seen Reason on the Joe Budden podcast saying that like he's like, I'm the best rapper in the world, and I really feel that way. And then they called Jid, and Jid is like, I'm the best rapper in the world. What the fuck you talking about? Like, I love shit like that.
Who is do y'all know who Nana is with?
No, but speculation could lead to is TDE trying to introduce us to a new artist?
That'd be
You
a
know what I
perfect
mean?
fit.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah,
a
I
perfect
mean,
fit.
we've seen that TDE leans towards real like rappers. There's been so much talent in LA these past few years. You could talk about Draco, you could talk about Blue Bucks, you could talk about Bino, and TDE seemingly never has any interest in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've never signed any of them. they seem to go after a particular brand of artists that can really compete with the other artists on their label lyrically, can also produce hit records, and who their fan base, because TDE has like a fan base who they're gonna love, you know, and Reason is still kind of in that realm, but I think he's being accepted more and more, you know what I mean? Isaiah Rashad as well. But it also takes those cosigns of like, okay, I need Ab-Soul on this song, you know, like for people to stop saying that like I'm the new Ab-Soul, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. So
and that kind of came like left field when they signed Keem. But then we find out that his cousin.
TDE didn't sign Keem. It was Kendrick.
Oh, so, okay.
But even then, that goes back to the thing, like, oh, that sound, because people were saying like, oh, he kind of sounds like Kendrick. Turns out that's his cousin, and that Kendrick is like behind a lot of this shit and like helping produce him and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was a good move. But yeah, I mean, who knows? TDE could be introducing us to a new artist. You know, they don't like to announce shit right away.
That's what they did with Reason.
Exactly. They like to ease it in. They'll like, you know, they put him on the Black Panther soundtrack. But for people in the know, they already knew like what, a year. It
was a year before.
A whole year before. So we might be
and just they still didn't announce it.
Yeah, we might just be seeing the first, you know, emergence of Nana, and we're probably gonna, you know, maybe start to see him. I don't know. If it walks like a duck, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? But I mean, hopefully, because that'll be a super good look. Because Nana's been grinding for years.
What is that though? Like, why do you guys think labels do that, where they don't let you know? Because we all know about different people in LA that signed to
major labels.
Yeah. And why do y'all think they don't let us know that? Like, why is it not a big thing announcement? Like, I expect fireworks and shit and babies crying, you know? Like,
I think it's because they're trying to be strategic. They need a whole plan first. They need to figure you out. I just signed you. I need to figure you out, and I need to see where I could put you in these different rooms before I can expose you to the world. I need to dress you up a little bit. That's how I'm coming from, like on a label aspect, right?
Nah, I think they just want to hedge their bets, and they don't want to seemingly take any losses if it doesn't pan out. Because so much can go wrong with breaking an artist.
Yeah.
And if they announce it too soon, you know, now people are forgetting about them. If their singles don't perform well, now it's like, what does a Rock Nation gain from signing X artist and they don't pop? Now Rock Nation is like, oh, another L, or they didn't make this artist pop and stuff like that. Just using Rock Nation as an example, but like, I feel like all these major labels are going to do things strategically, kind of like Gabe said, but also it's kind of like a fear of failure. Like, they're like, we'll see how this goes. We're going to put money behind them, but if it doesn't take off, it's not our fault. Like, you never even knew he was here, you know, type shit. That's what I think.
We could tell who got signed too, like without our, you know, internal conversations that we have. But like, you can kind of tell when the budget get a little bigger, you know? Like, you can for sure see when the budget get a little bigger. But
speaking of that, did you see the new Blue Bucks video?
Yeah, and I had brought up that budget because I seen the behind the scenes of Want Me To, and that it looked like they was at Universal Studios.
Oh shit!
Like, that shit looked great, but I did like their video, and I just think it's ironic how we was just saying how they don't drop anything, or they haven't dropped anything lately, and then here they come on the fucking Las Vegas Strip with a whole video, and I think it did like 100K in like a day or something.
With Cash Kid, right?
Yeah,
Aaron Judge. That shit was fire.
Yeah, I like that song.
That shit was fire. It really showed their lifestyle, but amped up a little bit. You know what I mean? And showing like obviously the Las Vegas Strip in the background was dope. It was very them, but amplified, I feel like.
Yeah. Tevo is doing his thing with their videos too.
Tevo is killing it.
Yeah, Tevo's killing. Shout out to Tevo. He actually films my show. He films G Expo.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he did the Whole Fashions promo video for me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's like versatile as fuck.
Wow.
Like, Tevo's doing his shit.
Well, his price just went up, so now you got to pay him more.
My price is my price. Don't play with me, Tevo.
So yeah, I guess what was your pick this week?
For Yo, Who's That? So I was scrolling through my email. I don't ever open up emails or anything, and I found a press release for C5's The Reaper. Okay. And I'm like, and what's so funny is I've been calling him C5 the Rapper for a long time. So
where's he from? What part of LA?
I'm not sure what part of LA he's from, but I'm going to assume that he's near me because he got a couple artists that, you know, I'm close with.
Telling from like the Y's where there should be I's, I feel like he's probably from the same place Blueface is from.
I
believe.
Schoolyard area. Yeah.
So what is that? Mid City, West LA?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I've always
That's
thought
right there. I'm not confirming, but just knowing like the lingo.
Yeah.
And like those Y's aren't there on accident. You know
It's
what I mean?
funny. See, I just thought he was just spelling it in a creative way.
Yeah. No, I don't think. Yeah.
He might.
I think there's meaning to everything.
Yeah, no. But he's definitely from the city for sure.
Yeah.
His project featured what?
No, I was gonna say I feel like he's done a song with Blueface.
This one it had what's his name? Catchy was on there.
Okay, Catch
and
the Great.
then and my favorite song is it's called Trio, and it's featuring Weeze and Ralphie, which is, y'all know Ralphie's Draco's brother.
Yeah, Ralphie the Plug.
Yeah, but that song is really, really great, and I've been playing it back to back. But definitely, y'all send me y'all music. I'm going to listen to it. I don't have nothing to do. I sit at home all day. I work from home, so y'all can email me y'all music. I'll listen to it. I'll share it if it's good. But I was really happy that I opened my email up to a great project. Like, I thought that was really dope.
So it's called, I can't say it. You can say it.
What?
The name of the project.
I respect that, though. Like, I respect that. The song is called Hottest Niggas in the Winter 2.
Part 2. Yeah.
You're stupid.
And he has a jacket on because it's cold outside.
No, but yeah, that was funny as fuck.
I was like, whoa.
Respectfully.
So I was about to say, but never mind. It was a bleep there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the project's dope. Go listen to it. It's on Apple Music on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, shout out C5. He's actually also featured on my pick, which is P5 featuring Trap Des, Coop Corleone, Donnie Loke, Woodrow the Man, and C5 the Reaper. Oh, and Tim Dog. It's called No Hook. And
shit.
yeah, I thought it was super dope of all of them to get together on one song. Oh, and this is P5 featuring them. Mm-hmm. But what Gina just explains, P5 is not a rapper.
Yes.
So he's doing like some DJ Khaled shit.
He's on some DJ Khaled shit. Shout out to P5. He's been getting a lot of artists in the city together and putting them on the same track, and I think that's freaking great. We need somebody doing that. You know, he on some like DJ Khaled Diddy shit.
Yeah.
We actually did a cypher together, where he pretty much booked the artist for me or whatever that was on his last project before the one that he just dropped.
Okay.
And it was really dope. So yeah, P5's doing his shit.
Yeah, I thought it was dope that they all came together because they're all seemingly kind of at that same level as far as notoriety, followers, whatever you want to say. They haven't necessarily like broke through or gotten like a huge cosign, but they're consistent. They're bubbling in the city, all of them, and they all got together on one song. No hook. They just rapped their ass off. They all, were in the video together, showing camaraderie. And I always think that's dope because we seen something similar a few years ago with like the One Takes and the AZ Cult, Mac and Co. They all kind of like formed as one like Megatron and started, a real movement. They'd be at shows together. So I always think when artists kind of recognize their peers and just are like, fuck it, it's us and let's work. I always find that dope. And I always like to see these cycles like repeat themselves with new artists and stuff. LA always needs new talent, what I mean? And I feel like all these artists are super talented. I don't know any of them too personally, but I fuck with Woodrow the most. I've met him, been at studio sessions with him. Shout out Rob 2 introduced us. So, yeah.
Being that you just brought that up about the One Takes and Code, Mac and Co and all of that, I think in a way, that's another reason why I'm happy about Draco being out. Because granted, we need positivity in the city, but it's been too damn friendly.
Gina don't like that shit? Wow.
We ain't heard no diss tracks. We ain't heard nothing. It's been too damn friendly. And I just feel like Draco's about to stir the pot a little bit.
He did already.
Yeah. He tweeted something.
Yeah, there's a sneak diss we had of Draco.
I think it's the last one.
Yeah. It was basically, he's continuing with that same energy of, he said, I gave y'all 3 years and y'all still can't catch up.
You can't read that one either. He said, you niggas can't fuck with me. I gave y'all 3 years to catch up. It's just like, he just comes, gorilla, I'm back, I'm Bogart and shit.
Hey, but is he speaking facts or not?
I mean, if we comparing it to the people who he came out with versus, you know, who's still in conversations now, or they not in conversations no more, versus the people who are booming right now, then he's 100% correct.
I mean, I feel like, you know, even Adam tweeted this when he saw that Draco came out. Adam said, the best rapper in LA is out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, it tells you that like there might be people bigger than him. Obviously Blueface is like, you know, star. But I feel like as far as LA consensus, people that are actually here, we look at Draco as like still number one until somebody takes it from him. And
that's why it's so perfect that he was just so highly anticipated. Like you go away for that long and you come back and you still got that title. Mm-hmm. Like that's great. And then all the love we saw on the timeline for when he came out. Like I think that's freaking, like that's star power. Again, that's more freaking star power.
Hell yeah.
He's like the most influential in the city. Like he came out and he sees everyone rapping like him.
Nah, for real. I can't wait for this shit. I can't wait. He said he's dropping a tape next week already. Oh. And seemingly it's called We Know the Truth. He keeps pushing that. We know the truth. We know the truth. We know the truth. So everybody look out for that.
Did he confirm that yet?
I
think the same thing though.
Yeah, he said next. Oh, he didn't confirm it, but he said.
No, I'm talking about the title.
No, he just keeps teasing that name.
I agree though. I think that's definitely the name.
He's been saying that as soon as he came out. He said, "We know the truth. We know the truth." Mm-hmm. So I'm super excited for that. The turnaround time it's probably going to be exactly like 7 days when he releases the album from when he got released. It's fucking insane. Like his work ethic is unmatched.
I feel like it's already been loaded to the streaming platforms.
Yeah. So everybody look out for that. Everybody tune in next week. Mad Lately will be back. Rosecransvic.
Gina Views. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to the new listeners, the new viewers.
Yeah, shout out the haters. I fuck with y'all.
Say that.
I love y'all.
Keep commenting. Yeah, keep commenting. Keep giving us hate. Keep giving us love. We need some more love though. If you really fuck with us, you gotta comment.
Say something nice.
Yeah, show love.
Vic paying car notes if y'all say something nice.
Say something about my hat. Say something about Gina's hat. Say something about Gabe's hat. I don't know. Who has the best hat this week? Comment below. Yeah. Mad